massive flooding across the GTA, certainly going to cause havoc for the drive and ride home for commuters. Joining us to talk about the state of the highways across the GTA is OPP Constable Scott Stratton. Constable, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can, yes. So walk us through, what are the biggest trouble spots right now?
So the biggest trouble spot we got right now is I just got an update about the Highway 410 and 401 in Mississauga. The southbound lanes are completely flooded, and it's going to be closed likely for the next 24 hours to get it cleaned up. I'm just actually looking at photos that one of the officers on scene has sent me, and the 410's underwater. With multiple vehicles stuck, multiple vehicles underwater there.
Yeah, and as you're sharing these stories too, we've been seeing these images of vehicles stranded on roads, folks having to abandon those vehicles and make their way to the roadside here, with officials, Toronto Fire responding, saying they're responding to the most dire situations right now. What are the conditions like in these situations when you have this type of downpour? What's the danger for motorists?
Well, the danger is as your vehicle drives through the water like that, it's going to flood your engine, and you're not going to be able to drive through the water. The car sits too low, and they're not boats. They're not designed to drive through the water. So once the engine gets flooded, it's no longer going to go anywhere. And if the water keeps rising, you may not be able to open the doors. You could actually drown.
And in these situations, a driver approaches a body of water on a roadway here. Maybe their first instinct is they may want to speed up, hoping to get through it. Why is that a bad idea?
Well, if you're going to speed up through it, depending on how deep the water is, you can actually go, if you hydroplane, you're going to not be able to stop. Just think about it like ice. If there's a thin layer of the water on there, you're going to just slide right through it like you would on ice. And again, when the water's deeper, just speeding through it, you're going to flood your engine even faster than you would if you were driving slow. What we're going to suggest to people is, if it looks like the water's deep, it probably is, and you're going to have to pull over to the side of the road and wait for the water to recede. We don't know how long that's going to take. Depends on how full the culverts are and how much drainage they can take at one time. We had a lot of rain, as you guys obviously know, come down in such a short period of time.
A lot of the impacts that we're seeing right now continuing from this morning's downpours here. No doubt folks getting ready to leave work, maybe head home. Can you provide some safety tips for those who are about to get behind the wheel for their drive home?
Yeah, I'm going to say just be really, really patient. It's going to take you longer than normal due to the flooding, due to vehicles that have been stalled in these floods. You're going to have to take your patience with you as you drive today. Crews are out. Obviously, we know fire's out, MTO's out, police are out. We're helping people as quickly as we can. Try not to put yourself into a position where we're going to have to help you today. If you see the water and it looks really deep, don't drive through it.
Some important safety tips right there. That is OPP Constable Scott Stratton. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us, Constable.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me.